What is the thing that you're most afraid of? I mean, your whole campaign was built on ambition, aspiration, hope, optimism. But what are you most afraid of today as you look at the world?
Cynicism. When people start thinking less of their institutions, of our society, people start thinking the worst of their neighbors, of their fellow citizens, of people around the world. I mean, it's easy to be cynical. It's lazy to be cynical. It's harder to be hopeful. It's harder to, strive for the best. It falls into earnestness or being uncool. Because, it's cool to be cynical, too. I mean, think about the word cool, right? It means detached. It means I'm cool. No, oh, you just fell and hurt yourself. No, I'm cool. Don't worry about me, Do you need a hand? No, I'm cool. That cool factor is to be detached, to be cynical. Voting is uncool. It's a deeply uncynical act. It's saying, wow, I put a little X on this piece of paper, and I'm going to change my government or my governance for the better. I'm going to make my voice heard, even though it's just one in millions. That idea that it's tempting to detach oneself from caring too much about one's society, one's neighbor, that's a trend line that is very, very worrisome for me. And it's extremely tempting in this world to draw easy lines around this community or that community and say, oh, this person is this way, or that person is that way, and politics is never going to change because they're all the same, or the media is all the same, or our institutions break down, or businesses are all the same. No. Instead, to be hopeful and to say, you know what? How I have a positive impact on the world around me matters deeply, not just because I'm making the world a better place, but it'll make me better and happier and perhaps inspire others to do the same. That is something hard to do. And the more we foster and encourage cynicism in indirect ways or direct ways as a society, the further we get from the place I think ultimately we need to go, which is citizens who understand that each and every one of us are active and empowered forces for good. And as I look at this room and all the folks watching in rooms like this and auditoriums like this across the country and perhaps even around the world, know that all of you matter so deeply. The choices you make around how you shape the world that you want to grow up in, that you want to succeed in, starts right now. You could look at a room filled with brilliant students like all of you and say that you're the leaders of tomorrow, but that forgets that you're already supposed to be leaders today. That everything you do, every way you activate, every choice you make, every word you speak to a friend or a colleague or an opponent shapes the world around you. And fighting against that temptation to sort of shrug it off and say, oh, the world's going in the wrong direction and nothing I can do can help it. Or the world's going in the right direction and I don't have to do anything to keep it going in the right direction. Is dangerous. We have, you have specifically, this gift of education. We need to make sure more people have that. More people have opportunities to ask tough questions, to empower themselves, to shape the world around them. And it comes with a responsibility for everyone who can't be in these auditoriums. We have to think deliberately and hopefully and responsibly about the future we build, about the future you are building every single day. So I worry about cynicism.